So there hasn't been a case of a rabies dog during the time I've been there. Yeah, and that's mostly all of the dangerous animals I know of. The insect plagues are different. Insects are all over. Luckily they are there, they control each other and also get controlled by their predators like birds, geckos, frogs, spiders. Insects in the soil and above are necessary for keeping the soil fertile, so that's alright as long as they control each other. Every time it gets out of hand, there's a plague, like have a monoculture. If it's the same in English.
The last words I couldn't understand.
Okay, if insect plagues are getting out of hand, it's due to monoculture. I don't know if there's the same word in English. It's when you have a plant and you plant it all over with nothing else in between, and you do it year by year. Then you have we say monoculture. That's easy for insects to feed on that. So Auroville tries to avoid it, and there's only one little plague of bugs being reported currently that's going to the papaya trees, but I have no exact information upon that right now. As for insects that like people, like cockroaches, lice, bed bugs, and fleas, they are existing. Hygiene is, as I think, crucial in tropical countries. If you forget to keep yourself clean, you soon will have a problem. Yeah. Are there any? Does that answer a question? I think it was Dina's.
Was not my question.
Okay. Any questions or ideas upon environment? Then we move on to...
Not at the moment,
yes?
But maybe later.
Yes, then come back later, it's alright. Also technology and science, that's the next point. What kind of scientists are there? Did you meet someone? I wouldn't say so. At least I didn't ask anyone for his credentials. According to the mother, everyone is a scientist, as it is a site for material and spiritual research, and everyone is experimenting in one way or another with various forms of doing things, ways of living, ways of building buildings, ways of constructing anything. I just know there is people who research in certain fields like geology, biology, agriculture, physics, and mainly with the aim to make life sustainable. There's institutions like Earth Institute, the Center for Scientific Research, Water Harvest, the Botanical Garden, and others more, but I haven't gone too closely into that topic. Was too fascinated with the rest of the city. Are there any projects on technical solutions, innovations with clean energy, like solar panels? There's a research institute for windmills, as I know. There are more 20 big windmills. There's a new wood stove that saves large amounts of resources while reducing smoke to almost zero. I've seen this. It's built in Southern Forest, and they call it rocket stove. as for the noise it makes, so you can imagine like a sharp flame coming out. It produces very high temperature, and you can cook large amounts of food with very little wood. And at the same place there's a pedal device for recharging batteries. They pedal about an hour or so, and they can fill up the batteries for the whole day for about 100 to 200 people. That's really amazing. And there's a biogas devices all over. They produce their own biogas and use it for cooking. Any question?
Is clean energy mostly used on Auroville, or are other energy sources used?
There's almost no normal wood fire, like open fire, or electrical ovens or stoves. It's mostly the ovens and stoves are fired with biogas mostly, and the rest with solar, mostly with solar energy. Some of the energy comes out of the Indian public energy net, but there's many problems with the constant flow of power. Sometimes it gets shut down for 1 or 2 hours, so it doesn't pay to try to get sustained by the state or the public sources.
What do you know the percentage of how much is coming from the Indian public energy providers?
No, I'm sorry, I'm not into the numbers or the figures. I know that many have it as a backup to the local Auroville sources. Some also have it alone, but usually it's a backup. Some people building their own solar panels. There's many photovoltaic panels which were bought from Indian producers, and also solar thermal devices, and of those some were built individually, like rice cookers and bigger and smaller bowls for which are used for cooking. I made two pictures of solar bowls which were constructed by Aurovillian architects.
Can you paste them here?
That's what I was intending to do. Yes, I have some sources I'm offering to you during this meeting. If you need more or something specific, I'm trying to get it too.
And is just a little amount of people who building their own, or are there even projects where people can learn to build their own or something like that?
Today I did a little research on the on the official page, and I found someone who is trying to produce the panels right in Auroville. I don't know how far he's gone with that, because the site seems to be a little bit outdated. For my personal experience there, I didn't see too many people going into the field of constructing their own devices. It's you will find that if you go there, many try to lead a normal life, like doing their job and raise children, live everything that's extra, like having to construct something when you're a biologist or an office worker or so. seems to be maybe sometimes too much. I don't know, but I've seen many devices that keep us at least some of the settlements sustainable. The idea is mainly to reduce the use of electricity as much as possible, so you don't need as much devices for charging. So usually there is no television in the house, there is no electric stove in the house, there is no washing machine in the house, and so on and so forth. Of course, some people have such devices, but the tendency is to avoid